Yeah, I'm your Black Lex today, baby. Now you ain't never gotta like me, that shit is overrated. You need a hero to love, I'll be the villain that you hated. When it's all said and done, you gon' love me. Me kissing babies, fucking ladies thinking of me. Cause I'm the villain, the bad guy, the one that's supposed to lose. But I'm American, baby, so the rules all skewed for me. Steal your identity, fuck up your credit for free. Police know it's stolen, but they still make you pay the fee. And you don't respect me, for real? I'm the one that's showing you what the real world is. All these backroom deals for your kids' future. My financial aid hustle keep your kids mooching. And while you motherfuckers still stupid, the Statue of Liberty married the country, divorced and now the bitch still moving. With half of the money, alimony, child support. You know what's up when I be winning in the court, cause I'm the villain, the bad guy, the numero uno, the one that y'all hate to see. Cause I'm the big dog, the head honcho, H-N-I-C, everybody wants to be. Damn right, I'm the villain, the bad guy, the numero uno, the one that y'all hate to see. Cause I'm the big dog, the head honcho, H-N-I-C, everybody wants to be. They try to tell me thou shalt not steal. In the same church they tell me Jesus white, is they for real? They try to say the land of the free, minus the slavery, plus the fact that you pay for land these folks stole for free. And you wanna be Superman. Did you forget that Lex Luthor became the president? You lacking common sense, that's why the villain lives. That's why the villain's right. They turn on Superman, man, they turn on Jesus Christ. Even the devil got teams, like Arizona State, Duke, the state of Jersey. That man say you're sold and he can't get a jersey. Y'all go to church on Sunday and you claim you're worthy. That's why I got my credit and I'm charging 10%. You finish paying me and you gon' pay me triple, bitch. So why'd I be a hero when a villain gets paid? And women like paid, so the villain gets laid. So I'ma be the villain, the bad guy, the numero uno, the one that y'all hate to see. Cause I'm the big dog, the head honcho, H-N-I-C, everybody wants to be. Damn right, I'm the villain, the bad guy, the numero uno, the one that y'all hate to see. Cause I'm the big dog, the head honcho, H-N-I-C, everybody wants to be.
Why do you do it? Why? Why get up? Why keep fighting?
You must be able to see it, Mr. Anderson. You must know it by now. You can't win. It's pointless to keep fighting. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
Because I choose to.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you see these clips. Let's talk about it. You know, you don't want black men to be honest. You can't handle the truth. And the reason I use this Matrix clip is for this reason. The Matrix, as a movie, was fighting against quote unquote Neo because he was the last hope, right? Or the chosen one kind of thing, right? And what people kind of skip over when they deal with the Matrix is this. The machines use people as batteries. But here's the thing, they didn't have to. They chose to because they wanted to rule over something. So this constant struggle that was going on in the Matrix that even Mr. Smith started breaking down the Matrix itself because, he wanted to carve out his space. He's like, I'm taking this sucker over. The same scandalous behavior and devious behavior that we just attribute to quote unquote human beings. And when we say human beings, it's really white folks normally. The Matrix that made its entities other white folks started doing the same thing because it was emulating white folks. So what I'm saying is some people make a struggle for another group. And then they're mad that they're in a struggle because they just want those people to bow down. And that's the issue with us as black men. We're not bowing down. All these other groups who are not white, who got on team white supremacy, whether mentally, physically, financially, even in religion, they bow down. And even they have a problem with us. Like, why you just can't accept the whiteness of America and the whiteness of the world? And then, you got to add to it, we're in this quote unquote age of Aquarius or age of Aquarian where the truth is coming out and you're starting to see, even with other groups, the brainwashing breaking down. And what's the issue? Like, what's the real issue? The issue is y'all don't know how to live without screwing with other people's lives. That's the only life you seem to enjoy to live. So when people step out of the equation, if people move away, you go find them. You get what I'm saying? If people don't go to the establishments that put money in your pocket, you try to get some legislation to steal the money out of your pocket. You go out of your way to mess with people who weren't bothering you because you feel like you were, empowered, and people won't fight back. And here's the other thing about that. Everybody knows this is not a fair fight. Everybody knows that. And you can do this in America, you could do this globally. A lot of y'all people play this game where y'all gotta, a fair fight to y'all is hiding behind a gun or hiding behind 5 or 10 people or hiding behind the law or hiding behind a corporate infrastructure. So it's like, yo, really and truly, the only way you'll feel powerful is if if another system was backing you. Other than that, you soft. And they can't. And the problem with that is what? If you're scared of somebody that's like me, and you got all these systems backing you, and all this firepower backing you, and all the financial markets backing you, what are you really scared of? And we know what you're scared of. You're scared of people see you for who you are. And everybody does see you for who you are. Because how many times when you face to face with somebody, you back out, you punk out? How many times when people address you for what you've done, you run and hide? How many times? This is normal behavior, right? So what you wind up seeing is when we say you can't handle the truth, you're fighting us and you're like, why do you guys keep fighting? And the truth is, you want to fight. And you really don't want to fight. Like, you don't, like, we're still fighting because you want to fight. But the irony of it is, you really don't want to fight, because if you wanted to fight, we would have got this stuff over with a long time ago. So the truth is, you want us to be the batteries for your machine. But what's the problem? Just like Mr. Smith in the Matrix figured out, the machine ain't as smart as its components. See, even the machine needed Neo. And isn't that interesting? Out of all of its flawlessness, it still needed Neo. What does that tell you? This country created its savior through struggle, and that's why they had the J. Edgar Hoover thing and the COINTELPRO thing about we can't have a rise of a black messiah. Just because you killed a few don't mean there's not a lot out here. And the honesty is that. Because when you thought you killed the Black Messiah, another one popped up, and another one popped up, and another one popped up. And now you're seeing messiahs in different ways. You didn't kill a problem. You know, you made it exponentially bigger. And you spend so much time fighting against, you know, the possibility of Black messiahs that you created it. And now you don't know how to stop them. So what you want them to do is join your team and help you as a busy assignment. And people are like, nah, no thank you at this point. No thanks. Let's see how you run the matrix on your own. And now you see this country fighting with its own Mr. Smiths. But, you know, check this next clip out. Tell me what you think. We're going to get into this.
That's the way the ruling class operates in any society. They try to divide the rest of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other so that they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money. Fairly simple thing, happens to work. You know, anything different, that's what they're going to talk about. Race, religion, ethnic and national background, jobs, income, education, social status, sexuality, anything they can do, keep us fighting with each other so that they can keep going to the bank. You know how I describe the economic and social classes in this country? The upper class keeps all of the money, pays none of the taxes. The middle class pays all of the taxes, does all of the work. The poor are there just to scare the shit out of the middle class. Keep them showing up at those jobs.
Yeah, fam. George Carlin is one of the greatest comedians of all time. You know, when they say Mount Rushmore of something, George Carlin is on that. My dog don't agree the way he grunting. But this is part of what I'm talking about. You don't want Black men to be honest. Because see, even as a great comedian, even as a great seer of society, there's certain things that George Carlin couldn't see just because how he grew up in his time period. See this idea that it's everything is keeping us divided, and it's the rich people at the top. No, it's not. No, it's not. The rich people at the top is not what has people divided. People's own personal agenda that whatever goes on, they're still going to be better than Black folks. I forget, was that the George Wallace strategy in Mississippi? I can tell these white folks whatever I want and do whatever I want because as long as they think they living better than the Negroes, they'll follow suit. And guess what? That's how America works. And guess what? When it came to class and classism, it's the same thing. We don't see any Black folks in this class. We're doing good. That's how the middle class was until they started seeing too many Black folks in the middle class. And then, oh my God. And then, got to the upper class. Oh, you see the upper class is where the real money's being made. And it's white. And then you started seeing too many Black people in the upper class. And then it's, oh my God, we got to do something. See, if we're going to be honest, let's be honest about integration. All integration was, or desegregation, how it actually worked out was, it was just an opportunity for people to pocket watch Black folks. Because, like I said before, when Black men know this, you went searching for Black men who were businessmen, who were making a lot of money. That's how brothers got lynched, right? That's how brothers got people trying to ruin their businesses because they was looking for them. And then when, segregation, quote unquote, ended, now we were in all of these different neighborhoods and enclaves where people could actively try to sabotage us. We going into the job market where people can actively sabotage us. And for Black men, even in the job market, that includes our own women. It's not that women can't work. It's that, man, you sure do actively try to sabotage your brothers. And, that's been part of the history. Let's just say it that way. So now you want people to be honest. Oh man, they don't like me too because of my sexuality. I don't care. You don't like me because of my race. And I'm supposed to team up with you because, they don't like your sexuality. That's a you problem. Oh, brother, they don't like me because of my ethnicity and my religion. So you don't like me because of my race. But I'm supposed to team up with you because now you feel a little heat from the white side. Oh, okay. Brother, we're all in this together. We're getting screwed by the man, in taxes and in classism. It's all a class thing. Oh, really? We work the same job and you making sure I don't get a promotion or a raise. But it's the big wigs up top. No, it's not. It's you. It's you. I forgot the singer's name, but baby, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So when we play this game, it's like, and we're not really playing these games. Y'all playing these games. But it's like, oh no, you know, black men, we need to be honest about America and how America works because we need to have a conversation. No, we don't. We don't have to have a conversation about America anymore. It's nothing to talk about. It's all out in the open. All y'all want to do is stall. Y'all want us to help you get to where you used to be, which was levels above us, so you can feel like, we're back to the good old America I know. And I'm supposed to help you do that. I ain't helping you do nothing. Young. I can't believe we suffering. All the things that made people better than black people in America is the same, is hanging across all these groups necks like albatross. Oh, y'all had access to banks and loans and lending. And guess what? Y'all super in debt now. Super in debt. These banks are crushing you. Y'all had access to credit cards and you have high credit scores. I have a 700-800 score. Congratulations. And now you $50,000 in debt. Oh, we go to school. We're getting an education. We're educated more than you people. Oh, okay. And now you got student loans up the wazoo. And now, brother, we need to fix the country. For what? It was fixed when you was trying to get ahead and get over on us. It was fixed when y'all had all y'all little groups to make sure we couldn't get ahead. So how's it broken now? Let me guess, it's broken because it's crushing you. And we need to, talk to the big wigs and the one percenters. Newsflash. Most of these rich people, they know that you're gonna do the heavy lifting for them when it comes to pushing this, this anti-black agenda. They ain't got to do it. You fools are just in it like, oh man, if I play the game right, the quote unquote rich oligarch Klansmen in their heart, they're gonna pull me up by my collar and say, I like the way you was being anti-black. Here's 10 million. It don't work like that. Y'all used to get paid for being anti-black. Now it costs too much. They ain't paying you no more. You're on autopilot anyways. You're doing it for free. So at the end of the day, when we're supposed to be a nation and we're supposed to work together as a team, we ain't never been a team. And the only time you want to be a team is when life is kicking your ass. No, thank you. I thought I was beneath you. Why you need my help in the first place, right? Vote the way we need you to vote. For what? We ain't getting nothing out of it. We need you to work this job. For what? You the one that's getting a bonus, not me. We need you to do this. We're having a rally against the injustice in America. For what? You participate in injustice when I'm on the end of it. And it's not even injustice to you. It's just being uncomfortable. That's what y'all think injustice is. Being uncomfortable. No, thank you. So play that game with somebody else. Check out the next clip.
Do you ever notice why thinkers are hated when they're alive and loved when they're dead? Google Malcolm X articles and read what people were writing about Malcolm X when he was alive. Then Google Martin Luther King articles. Read what black people were writing about Martin Luther King when he was alive. Black people. Google Muhammad Ali. Just go and read what black people said about him when he changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. If you think for yourself, sir, and you lead, and you have the courage to speak your truth, you must expect to be hated and expect to be misunderstood. The only thing people hate more than the truth is the person who speaks it. It's not a black thing, it's a human thing. What did the Europeans do when the first scientists came out and said the world is not flat, it's round? They burnt them. Truths that we accept today. Oh, everybody loves Elon Musk. He's such an innovator. 10 years ago, you guys were saying he's stupid for building electric cars. So could you imagine what would have happened if Elon Musk gave up just because a few people didn't like him? I genuinely get worried when people like me because I am almost sure I'm doing something God doesn't want me to do. Because if it's the thing God wants me to do, they are not going to like me. I would rather be loved by my God than loved by man.
Don't trust them new niggas over there.
Yeah, fam, we gotta have this discussion too. This is an issue with Pan-Africanism. This is an issue with the sellouts in our community. This is the issue with people who are non-black, whether they're you quote unquote FBA or in its general, if they're Asian, Hispanic. This lie right here, and this is what I mean by that. You get these people who play this game. Well, Martin Luther King. Black people wrote stuff about him, and Malcolm X. Black people wrote stuff about him, and Muhammad Ali. Black people didn't like him. Listen. Last time I checked, Martin Luther King got killed by a white guy. Last time I checked, to the point where they had to sue the government years later. Last time I checked, Malcolm X got killed by a couple of black dudes who was working, if I'm not mistaken, for the government as a hit. And they tried to blame it on the Nation of Islam. Last time I checked, white America really tried to throw Muhammad Ali under the bus. Last time I checked. But see, you folks out here swear when it's black men, y'all get retarded. It's a black people wrote the article. Oh, okay. Same conversation we got to have about being honest about the Pan-Africanism, because this is an issue with it. Some of you folks, y'all play this back and forth game. Brother, you're African. No, we not. Because on the opposite side, they'll say, you don't know where you come from. Yes, we do. So let's try it this way. If you think, if you from Africa and you think we African, where we from? Which country and which tribe? Where you think we from? Pick it, since y'all know us so well. Y'all should be able to tell us where we from. You can't. Because you had a hand in us being here, right? You sold us into this situation, and now we're supposed to claim you. No. And the other ones, you don't know where you from. We know exactly where we from. Question is, do you know where you from? Because last time I checked, y'all sure do like trying to build lives in everywhere else but in your own country. But we're not supposed to say that. See, you don't want black men to be honest. You don't. For all you sellouts out here, it's the same premise. Because when it comes to white people being degenerate, you know what y'all do? Y'all all cower. Well, that's what's being white, and that's what white people do. And if you were in the position, you would do the same thing. Hispanics do it, Asians do it. Yes, it's you guys. It's you. You're the problem. Oh, okay. And then when we're not around, we're still your problem. And then when y'all smacking each other around, we're still your problem. Asians say we was the problem. Let's get rid of affirmative action. White people smacking them around now. Maybe we should go to HBCUs now. No, you shouldn't. Hispanics, it's the blacks. Boy, they sure getting on y'all in this immigration joint, ain't it? Ain't they? But you can't just say, oh man, I'm sick of these white folks. You can't say that because you're scared. But you can't say, you know what? We're going to get with these white people and say it's the blacks again. Okay. Same thing with, Africans, y'all do the same thing. Same thing as this cat. There were black people who wrote articles. Oh, interesting. Interesting. This is what we doing, huh? Okay. So since we're gonna do that, you think we don't know y'all history in all these other countries? You actually think we don't know what goes on in the Caribbean? You actually think we don't know what goes on in Africa? You actually think we don't know what goes on in Europe with y'all? That's what you think? Because we're gonna start throwing this stuff back in your face. And then we can't well, like it's colonialism, it's a racism, you know. Oh, okay, but I thought y'all were more better off than us. I thought y'all knew where y'all were from, and y'all know y'all had all these innate things that were going on with you, instead of just saying we are beneath y'all, and we are so degenerate, but somehow all of you are trying to emulate us in every way. It's not just music and fashion and culture. Y'all even do this as far as inventors. See, what y'all don't want to say is what we create a lot of stuff, a lot of different things that the world has used. We didn't get paid for it all, that's for sure. We create a lot of stuff, but what we are the people you turn to when you go, okay, it can be done. Under immense adversity, this stuff could be, success can be had. But y'all don't never say, where the adversity is coming from. You buddy up to the people who kicking you in your butt. But we're not supposed to say that. We just supposed to go along with y'all hustle. Because let's talk about the degeneracy of black people. Oh, okay. We don't want to talk about the genocide in Africa, do we? How y'all doing each other dirty, right? Because that's not happening, right? We don't want to talk about the divide between Africans and Caribbeans, in the UK, and it took a whole race ride for them to figure that out, even though they got a history of being targeted. We're not gonna talk about that though, right? We're not gonna talk about the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying, who somehow, once again, majority population in all these places, and white people just stealing everything, and y'all not really standing on fixing that situation. But it's our fault because of black on black crime. Okay. It's our fault because you can find some historical stories of some people who sell out. Same thing when I talked about the guys in the quote unquote, when I said the selling out, y'all the same way, men and women. Y'all, you see the Hodge twins do it. You see Brandon Tatum and them do it. You see, it's a bunch of people. Look at the black people. Look at the black people. But the minute white people go on a string of doing stuff, which they do crazy stuff yearly, you know what they do? They tuck their nuts in their panties. Well, that's the white people. They're just white people. I mean, let's make an excuse. Let's throw personal responsibility and degeneracy out the window. So at the end of the day, the honesty is this: y'all are brown nosing, for dollars. Y'all are brown nosing for hopes that some. See, a lot of y'all don't want to say it, but when y'all get to this, let me throw other black folks under the bus, the Candace Owens thing too. Y'all don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it for you. That's the only skill you got in life. So you're not innovative, you're not creative, you're not a good thinker, but you can go, you know what? If I throw black people under the bus, white people love me. White people give me money. White people give me a round of applause. That's what it's for. Just don't bring your little don't come back here when they smack you upside the head, when they toss you aside. Don't come back talking that brother stuff. That's all that is. Because in all honesty, we not brothers. Because you never acted like one. But I need to be your savior. when everything goes left. No, thank you. You know, you see, you like O'Shea talked about it with Andrew Tate. Black people, black people, black people, black people. Romania just. I'm not going to talk about the white people. Romania just. But white people, white people, white people. I'm a Muslim now because white people smacked me out of Christianity. But we're not gonna say that, right? This is an injustice. Okay, cool. But it's not degeneracy, right? Right. Y'all are suckers. But we'll get to the next clip. Catch you on the next one.
I wish that every time we get in a bad relationship that lasted a long time, that we stop getting out of that relationship pretending like the other person was the only one that was toxic.
Man. And that's always the story.
It's always the other person.
It was a narcissist.
That's a buzzword.
It was the narcissist.
Right.
My hands was clean. I'm holy and ready for my husband, but I fell in here with the narcissist.
Let me tell you what he did.
And let me tell you, he was good. He manipulated me and I ain't even see it coming and all of that kind of stuff. Well, yeah, that may be true. And there are some cases where some well-intentioned people were hoodwinked by some very crafty individuals.
Right.
That does happen.
It happens.
It happens. But in large, we found something that we related about. And once that thing that we related about was no...
It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it. So you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now. Go.
Yeah, man. We got to talk about this part too, because the relationship part had to come up at some point. Like, y'all liars. Just flat out. All you women out here who are talking about all this toxic stuff and all this bad stuff men did, y'all liars. You know what? Not all. Yeah, all of you. Y'all all liars. For all you men who, all you men, black men, you need to do better. Y'all all liars too. Y'all all liars. Because all the stuff that's been done for the last 4 or 5 decades, y'all all play this game like, you know what? I don't know what happened. Yeah. All of these women, all of these years who had a bad attitude don't exist. But somehow it's the men. So you're lying. Take it a step further. All of these mothers who say the same story about fathers not being involved, and y'all find out all of these mothers then move to another city, move to another state, move, alienated the father. They all don't exist. They all just don't exist. I heard of a girl one day that did that one time, and I see that don't normally happen. But you doing it right now. But you only know of a girl over there one time. Stop it. All these women out here cheating, side chicks, they don't exist. All these women using men for their money doesn't exist. All these women using men for their sexual gratification doesn't exist. It's always, he did that to me, and he did it, and I don't know what happened. You women out here trading sex for drugs don't exist. You women who are alcoholics and use alcohol to make bad decisions, and so you could blame men because I was drunk. That don't exist. These things have been going on forever and a day. Forever and a day. But it all don't exist, because guess what? She's a woman. She's a black woman. She's a woman. She's a goddess. She's God had bestowed all morality upon her, and whatever she does bad, it doesn't exist. All you women going to court, lying in court. The judges enable it. Lawyers enable it. Cops enable it. All these women got caught, lying, and still they kept their job. They still, kept their career. They still, the what is that? The primary custodial parent. They don't exist. All of you women that have been out here destructive, tearing up people's cars, tearing up people's houses, tearing up people's apartments, tearing up people's clothes, tearing up people's personal belongings, getting people fired from their jobs. They don't exist. You just don't exist. Even though you see it on social media a lot. All these ladies out here, advertising themselves as softcore, hookers, all on social media, but they're all good women. And oh my God, they don't exist. Just don't exist, huh? They all just out here just getting just beat on and abused by men. That's what we going with, right? That's what's happening out here. That's what's happening. These kids, y'all, because you women, y'all like to stick together with this. A mother is a mother, and a mother's a great mother no matter what. And just because a mother's a mother, that means she's great. Okay. Let me ask you a question. How come these kids are growing up and saying their mama wasn't good? But that don't count, right? How come, the fathers can tell you they're not good all day, but he's a man, it's got to be a lie. Okay. But when the kid's 25 and go, nah, she was on one. She was trifling. How dare you talk about your mother? Okay. So all these bad mothers don't exist. All right, cool. I see it. All these, I'm strong and independent, but I need a soft life chicks don't exist now. What was she doing when she was strong and independent? How disrespectful was she when she was strong and independent? She might have been disrespectful to one person one day that spit on her at a restaurant in front of everybody and smacked her and took her food and walked off because black men do that. That's the type of lies y'all like telling. Y'all just make up stuff. Y'all just been making up stuff for years. And people have been, kissing y'all behind, patting y'all on the back like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. That's why y'all lying to each other now. Because if it wasn't about attention and sex and using body for attention, you wouldn't have 50-plus-year-olds out here getting the BBLs, trying to get a man at 50. What are you doing? Small waist, big hips, big butt, but she got arms like Hulk Hogan. But it's no muscle there. It's just, it go from shoulder to elbow, the same size. But women are narcissistic. Oh, they're not? Oh, okay. But all these narcissistic women out here just not narcissistic. Okay. All right. Interesting. Women are not bad with money. All these women out here that's bad with money out here, but you don't see them. Oh, okay. These men out here living at home with their mama. Okay. All these women out here living with their mama, living with a roommate, 30, 40, 50 years old, they just, you don't see them. They're your friends too, but you don't see them. All these women out here asking their family for money every month, they just don't exist. So like I'm saying, if black men were, you don't want black men to be honest. Everybody see it, but everybody's on the same page. I see it, but I'm gonna just blame black men for it. Okay. And then what y'all do? Why ain't no black men at the brunch? Why is no black men at the lounge? Why is no black men at the sports bar? Where all the black men at? We not around nowhere that you at because we don't want to get blamed for your shenanigans. We still, I haven't been in a relationship in a long time because I've been working on myself. No, it ain't you been working on yourself. Don't nobody want you because you out of your mind. I need to get healed. You 45 years old. What are you talking about? You need to get healed. What are you? How you need to get healed when you 47 pounds overweight? You need it. You know what? We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. It's getting ridiculous, man. Sorry. We just need to be honest. All of y'all are lies. Not all of y'all, because all of y'all participating in all those lies I just said y'all lying about. So all of y'all are lies. Well, it's not a lie if you embellish. It's not a lie if you tell a half truth. It's not a lie if you omit. All y'all liars. But let's get to the next clip, man. We moving on.
Wise man once said, you got to choose your body part.
Okay.
Choose your shoulder or choose your back. Which one you want to choose?
Oh, shit, I need my back.
To get yourself going. It don't matter. It's means to the madness.
Okay.
You either gonna have a chip on your shoulder, that's your shoulder, or you're gonna have a target on your back. Choose your body part. Either way, you got to get yourself going.
That's some boy. Boy, walk around.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question?
Shout out to Cam Newton for that. Like, you can't, like, for all of y'all cats, you can't have both. See, when I said black men were honest with America, we got to be honest with each other too. Hey, man, you can't have a chip on your shoulder and a target on your back, because you going to, well, what I mean is, if you have a chip on your shoulder, you better not create the target on your back, because the target on your back is already there. So what you going to do? So a lot of y'all want to play this game where, you know, and it's no nice way to say it to you cats either. You ain't white. You ain't gonna be white. You ain't Hispanic. You ain't gonna be Hispanic. You ain't Asian. You ain't gonna be Asian. You ain't Samoan. You ain't gonna be Samoan. So what that means is, stop looking at your life and comparing it to other people of other groups. Like, well, it's no difference. It's a difference. It's a difference. You can't do what they do. You can't get away with what they get away with. You're not gonna get as many chances as they get. You're not gonna get as many opportunities to be mediocre as they get. So you better pick and struggle. If you're gonna spend your whole life talking about, oh, well, I just want to be like treated like them, well, guess what? You're gonna waste your life. You're gonna waste your life. You know, I just want to be treated fairly. If you haven't listened to this video in the beginning, obviously you don't get it. You're not gonna be treated fairly. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. The closest you're gonna get to being treated fairly in this country is if you making somebody a hell of a lot of money. And even they still not gonna treat you fairly, because they're gonna try to shortchange you, because they're gonna think this nigga's making too much money. We gotta get, how dare they, make us all of this money and expect a good percentage. Like, so cut it out. Cut it out. At the end of the day, cut it out. So what happens is this. There's no nice way to say it. Some of y'all, too many of y'all really don't wanna live in reality. Hold on for a second. Stop all that. A dog, boy. A lot of y'all don't want to live in reality, and some of y'all want to play this game. Sex ain't gonna help you. I hate to break the news to you. Being cool ain't gonna help you. I hate to break the news to you. It's not gonna help you, okay? It's not. It's a distraction, to what's really going on in society, but it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. So you're gonna have to pick a struggle. It's easier said than done. Man, I'm sick of the cops pulling me over. Bruh, shut up. If you sick of the cops pulling you over, do yourself a favor. Figure out where they're pulling you over and how they running their program, and then don't be where they at. If you in the hood, you know where they frequent around. Just don't be there. Every now and then they gonna bust you. Cool. Stop arguing with people. Stop fighting America's cowardice racism. They're gonna keep doing it. They're cowards and they're racist. That's what they're gonna do. I'm trying to figure out what you tripping about. Cause either you gonna have a chip on your shoulder or a target on your back. There you go. And some of y'all, and I gotta say this, some of y'all, I don't even understand why y'all got a chip on y'all shoulder. Some of y'all out here, y'all gave yourself a chip on your shoulder to make yourself the stereotypical black man that you're not. You need to put that down. Just be yourself. Just be yourself, man. I don't understand what you own, but you own one. Because at the end of the day, it's not conducive to try to be a stereotype to make yourself feel comfortable. Stop. You don't have to be a stereotypical sellout to make people feel comfortable. You don't have to be a stereotypical quote unquote black thug to make people avoid you so you can have some type of peace. No, you ain't got to do none of that. You already get it. Don't matter, where you at and what you do. It's gonna be a situation. Approach it as such. You ain't got to be ready to fight all the time, and you ain't got to be ready to, to kowtow to people all the time. Just show up and be you. But life is gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. There ain't nothing you can do about that. These people's hearts and minds are not gonna change. So stop wasting your time hoping it does. No. If you went to any history class in America, you would know that by now. Hearts and minds ain't changed in America and never. So cut it out. Cut it out. So, the other thing, it's just got to be said, man. You got to figure it out, man. You got to figure out how you going to move in this society. People could give you advice. If they give you advice, if other black men give you advice that can help you in life and you don't want to listen, shut up complaining. They gave you advice. You didn't want it. Now you got to figure it out. If people help you along the way, be grateful. Because they got stuff going on too. They're helping you in spite of what's going on with them. So act like you got some sense and be grateful, but you're going to have a target on your back. And people go, and here's the other thing. People going to tell you, well, it's not as bad as it used to be. I mean, you have a target on your back, but it's not as big as it was 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 years ago. Guess what? It's still a target. The people telling you that don't have a target on their back. They don't. So they talking from a place of privilege. But you got to accept that's what it is. It's not going to change. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Just check out this next clip. I might end it on this. I don't know yet. Peace.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Just what made you kind of come out and want to talk about that? I'm so sorry.
You're fine. It's okay. Like I said, it was a dark moment, and it was a year ago where I had thought about, taking my life, and it was special to me because it just came with my heart that I wanted to share with others and help others as much as I can. Like I said, I'm here. I'm so much to be grateful for. I'm blessed. I know I wake up every day and get to play the game that I love, but I have loved ones around me that love me dearly, and I just wanted to help someone. Hopefully I could save a life or anything. So life happens to everyone. I'm human just like everyone else. Just because I play this beautiful game, just doesn't mean life is not going to happen to me too. So I'm grateful for the person that was there for me. And I just wanted to encourage everyone to seek help if you're down and you're depressed, and just try to get help.
Let me ask you something. If someone prays for patience, you think God gives them patience? Or does he give them the opportunity to be patient? If they prayed for courage, does God give them courage, or does he give them opportunities to be courageous? If someone prayed for the family to be closer, do you think God zaps them with warm, fuzzy feelings? Or does he give them opportunities to love each other? Well, I gotta run. A lot of people to serve. Enjoy.
Yeah, man. I think this is what I'm gonna have to talk about. It's difficult. If we're gonna be honest, life is difficult. And especially for us, life is difficult. And it's weird because in some ways, we're the epitome of people who don't get the opportunity to be human beings. And the reason why I use AJ Brown is because he's quote unquote successful, young, young black successful male, and people think people don't go through stuff, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. And the reason, I gotta say it because I've been down that road. You know what I'm saying? Like brothers have that issue with being denied opportunities, people sabotaging their lives, just regular day-to-day negative interactions with people who feel like they can take out their negativity in life on you because you black, and they can always, run to somebody and say you're the problem. Um, the whole divorce and family court thing, the parental alienation, all that stuff weighs heavy on you. The the you in school and the teachers help the other people, but they don't help you. You know what I'm saying? The situations where you're in life where it's not nice to say this, but the more people you come across, people assume your life has been difficult because you're a black man, but they also make the assumption that you should make their life easier because you know the difficulties and hardships of life. And you go from person to person to person to person to person who wants you to take all the slings and arrows, and just basically be a bulletproof vest for them when you come into their lives. You know what I'm saying? And people don't care, right? So you might be depressed. You might have health issues. And I tell you, the worst part about it is it's hard to have to get mental health as a black man, because everybody else who's getting mental health, they've never had, they can't even fathom the amount of adversity black men face. You can't, they can't, you gonna go to a white male therapist, he gonna, nope. A black male, not a white female, nope. A black female, nope. Hispanic male or female, nope. Asian male or female, nope. Because they really don't have a framework to help you. See, they're on the other end of sticking it to you, so they don't actually know the toll it can take. Their amount of stress and your amount of stress is in two completely different stratospheres. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's okay to have to go through downs in life. But as they always say, this too shall pass. That's the one thing you got to know. And if you've been through a lot of adversity, it'll make you go, this too actually shall pass. I went through worse. There are things that happen to me in life that I've told people that the reason why I got tough skin is because I don't think I'm gonna encounter a pain like that I encountered years ago. I can't see anything making that worse. And then the other thing is this: some of us just want to be loved and treated like a human being, and unfortunately, a lot of us have had the experience of when we need love, support, or good treatment. That's really the time when people really try to stab us in the back the most. They take our moment of needing help as not just vulnerability, as a time to attack. So, you gotta, as you grow, you gotta understand that. Like, that's why you see, brothers say, I'm good, I'm all right, I'm straight. And they're like, we don't know what's really going on with you. And it's like, what? If I tell you what that's you gonna help? No. We're everybody else's help. Nobody's our help. You get what I'm saying? So it's a part of life. And people know this. You know what I'm saying? People know this. And I can say sometimes people's traumas are self-inflicted. But for us, a lot of our traumas aren't actually self-inflicted. There's somebody, like I said, taking out their anger at life on us because we're supposed to be America's punching bag. You get what I'm saying? And we're supposed to stand up and just get punched and kicked and stepped on for the entirety of our lives, and it takes a toll on you. And you see, most of us don't really snap. And what normally happens is, for all you young cats, normally you reach a certain age, I say like 25 and up, where if they couldn't break you as a child, they're gonna see if they could break you as a young adult. And if they can't do that, they're gonna start leaving you alone and being kind of passive aggressive and messing with you in spots and, quote unquote microaggressions. They're gonna always tiptoe around messing with you at that point, but they're not really gonna do nothing. But even that takes a toll, because you go places and people are always, acting, they acting like they got an issue, but when you confront them, and it's a waste of time, because when you confront them about the issue that they act like they have, they're going 90% of them gonna back out. They're gonna back out. So it's like a world that wants to try you, but doesn't really want no smoke. It's crazy. But just know, even if the stress level can be higher, the more successful you are. You get what I'm saying? And when people go, oh, somebody should be depressed, they got all these things, it's like, cut it out. Cut it out. A lot of those things, and even when it was rich, when the guys get rich, they're distractions to what's been going on a regular basis. So, in all honesty, you're going to have to, in some ways look out for you and your own mental health, because if you don't, nobody else will, unfortunately. Nobody don't expect somebody to help you out of a dark place. That's just the honesty. So I'm going to leave it at that, man. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. I hope this was useful in some type of way. Peace.
It looks like a job for Superman. Do this,
spoken from the lips of the young or the old, bear a name.
Yeah, gotta put it all in.
And they are Superman.
All the way. I guess I'm taking off the cake through the glasses in the trash. Being super is great, saving y'all is such a drag. Even God took a break, me I ain't coming back. I got one life to live, if you don't like it, that's your ass. Cause nobody saved me, plus when I'm drunk, I'm just a peon. I could use somebody just like I'm the kings of neon. This world is cold as ice, mixed with salt, mixed with freon. They got me pissed off, but that's better than being peed on. For eons, human beings took kindness for weakness. When you constipated, you start to appreciate shit. Put before you life and death, and you just gotta choose. The kryptonite life means you still follow the rules. If your credit's messed up or your bills ain't paid, then it's getting disconnected. Can't nobody say the day. And I can fly, leap a building in a single bound, but I can't stand fair weather friends, and I just fly around. My super friends in Justice League, only folk I kick it with. Kill Lex Luthor, so what, we had to finish it. Kids play games and adults play for keeps, and me, I play to win, but I ain't playing in these streets. And life is not a joke, then again it ain't this serious. Superman can say the day, but God can say the Superman. Saga of the kryptonite, life just ended. You enjoy listening? Man, I'll finish it. Lois, come holler at me. I got an ice couch. Thank you for coming out, listening. I knew you would like it because we made it. I'm so frigid and so fly.